Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Crifu Bernal and this is episode 15 of The Spear and the Sea. Devilfish May Cry. Last week was super intense. That main combat taking up most of our 2 hours. And the Grindy Lows were doable. They were we were taking care of them. And then they sent in the Devilfish. And that's where everything started to change. Now, I went back and looked at it, and if you check it out, the Devilfish, 42 hit points, 17 AC. That's tough. That's a tough creature, as it should be. But the grappling, the attacks of opportunities, the tentacles, the unholy blood effect here, which still has 8 more rounds, where he filled the entire chamber here with blood. It really did a number on our crew. Haslin does have a mirror image effect going on. Let me throw that on. What do I use for mirror image? This one. So he has 2 of those left. And look, we're still in initiative. Here. We're still in initiative. Rosie is still nauseated from the blood. Luckily, our guys here are no longer nauseated. This is from Contrabar. He is 5 feet underwater at the moment. He must have failed the swim check. I think that's exactly what happened. Ooh, I'm sweating. I'm sweating. It is hot AF up in here. But our crew sorely took a beating, which was the card we drew when asking if the Devilfish was going to leave them alone. When I drew that card, I had the Devilfish take one less swipe at Hawk here, who's now sinking in the water, who's laying on top of the water, and then he retreated, feeling good about sending these intruders back. I didn't have to do that. I could have kept going, but they would have died. I would have gotten a full-on TPK had I done that, and so total party kill. And so I didn't want to. I still want to give them a chance, obviously, to try and get out of this. So let's go ahead and put on some music. We return. The Devilfish's turn has just ended. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller, keep it up there. The Devilfish's turn has just ended, and it swam back here to get treats. And so we come back to Spear, who is, of course, unconscious. Shit. Let me see if I can't fix that real quick. Who is unconscious? Had a little issue. There we go. And Haslin with my tokens last time. In between, as I was working on stuff. There we go. Oh, okay. So Spear is low. Next, we've got Grindy Lows. I think one of these Grindy Lows. This one's probably going to move out of the way. 5, 10, 15, 20, down to here. And this one who is injured is swimming into the next room. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And so has arrived here. We come to a large and deep chamber, a cauldron type architecture here. We can see hundreds of remains floating in this large bowl of water, churning with bones, scraps of flesh, and the carcasses of strange, almost alien fish. And you can see that just visible through the roiling stew are humanoid bodies floating in the water. Wan corpses drifting near the bottom of this cauldron like sleeping guardians. We see the Grindylow swim up to... Let's go ahead and throw these off of the GM layer and onto the token layer. Swim down here, down here to a female Grindylow who is wearing a much more important regalia than the rest of the Grindylows seem to be. It kind of bows as it approaches her, but panically in Goblin is speaking. We can see in subtitles underneath the Goblin saying, "The intruders, the devil god has driven them back and the intruders are fleeing." And she kind of looks at the Grindylow and then smacks him with one of her tentacles. As she responds, "Fool," she says in Goblin or Abyssal. Is that what they're speaking? Something like that. "Fool, don't let them escape. At least capture one or two so we can get more of their friends to come down." She says. We go back to the group. That was the Brine Brood Queen. She is a nasty figure, plus made mythic, thanks to yours truly. Super smart on my point, I think, but... We get to Rosie. Rosie is still nauseated. This effect is... She was hurt most of all by it. And so at some point we gotta move and find... We gotta find shallowness where we can potentially stand. D5? D5 was that room. Like, they could stand in there. Oh, interesting. The Devilfish wouldn't be able to swim in there without at a low tide. That's very interesting, actually. I don't like that. Anyway, we need space. So D7 is very deep. But in between D7 and D6, there's plenty of space. So she's going to start swimming. She doesn't need to make any swim checks because of the ring of swimming she has. So 5, 10. And that's it. And in fact, she can only make a move action. So she gets 5 feet. Because she has to make a full round action to swim further than that. And when you're nauseous, it's only a move. You can only take move actions. I'm pretty sure. Nauseated is a single move action per turn. So yeah, she's not good. These Grindylows are moving out of the way. Because it's so shallow in here, the Devilfish is going to need some space. So that one stays there. And this one's going to move back here. Okay, we get to Contrabar. Let's go. Oh, this music's not good. Contrabar needs to make a swim check. He's sinking at the moment. All right, Contrabar, what you got for us? +3. +3. Natural 1. Contrabar sinks further underwater. Oh, yikes. So he's 10 feet down. He hits the bottom. He's also holding his breath. What did we use for breath holding? We'll use this clock. So that's 2 rounds. Oh, yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. That is not good. Okay, Haslin. He needs to make a swim check. He gets a +5. 24. And he's holding spear. I think he is able to see that Hawk has hit the water here as well. And so now he has to make a choice. Does he keep moving Spear out? Spear, he knows he can breathe underwater. Or does he go for his familiar? I think I know the answer to this. But we're going to go ahead and use the motif engine here to determine this effect for sure. Oh, I'm dripping sweat. It is so hot. But what's immediately obvious about the answer? The answer being, who is he going to carry? Which one is he going to help get out of there? He can't move far either, is a part of the problem. He can only move 10 feet as per a full round action. Who's more important? We're going to roll 2d6. A 4 and a 2. So the answer was, does he drop Spear? The question was, does he drop Spear and go for Hawk? A 4 is a maybe, and a 6 is very powerful. He is powerfully, what's the word? Conflicted about this. I'll go ahead and pull all of my hero cards up here now. Different sizes, but whatever. Because we're now going to pull a new hero card. Oh, here we go. The Vision. Chaotic neutral intelligence. What does that mean? The Vision is a card of intellect, intelligence. It is a card of understanding, of quick and lightning fast understanding. Obviously being like struck almost. Wisdom is not bound by rules, and certainly not by human laws. At the same time, it is neither inherently good or evil, it just is. Once we are struck by the Vision's insight, we are no longer able to perceive the world as we used to. I think I don't know what this means. A 4 and a 6, he's... The question is, can we take this beating? Can we survive? Does he need Hawk to survive this? He needs Spear to survive. And I think seeing Hawk's lifeless, unconscious body floating on top of the water and getting ready to start sinking and then drowning stuns him. But I don't know if there's... He needs to get Spear out. Also, metagaming, you know, a new familiar can be found. I don't know. And he doesn't know where the Devilfish is either at the moment. Oh, this is so hard. I mean, if it had been... Let's go back to motif. A 4, maybe mixed answer, middle, average. If it had been a yes or no, but even then, like a 4 is still a yes. It's because it's on the right side of that die. The higher numbers. Okay. I think he does it. Because it's a 4 on... So he drops Spear, who sinks back down 5 feet. And he's going to swim He was like here. 5. Grab Hawk and swim 10 feet here. Keeping Hawk above water. Okay. Back to the Devilfish. The Devilfish clambers up onto land here. Now, the Devilfish is water dependent. It can survive out of water for 1 hour, after which it becomes fatigued. So it goes, where was it? Like here? 5, 10, and then that's its move. Interesting. And I think it's going to the 5, 10 move this way. It's going to the queen, I think, is what it's doing. It's looking for treats. It wants to be rewarded for having done what it thinks what it was supposed to do. Okay, back to Spear, who's unconscious. We got 2 Grindylows. This Grindylow is going to come back. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It kind of swims around, and it shouts orders to the Grindylows. We see subtitles saying, the queens demanded we capture them. Yeesh. Okay. Back to Rosie, who is... This is her last turn of being nauseated. She swims here. Oh, that's fucking it. Oh, that's it, Rosie! But she's no longer nauseated after this. Okay. So, in response... these Grindylows are going to start acting. Oh, nervous. They're going to swim around. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They're moving. And this one, moving through the space. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10. If they're going over land in that spot, what's their... They can only move 15 feet on land. So actually, let's move him back. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. There we go. And let's say 5, 10, use another move action, so it has 20 feet of swim left. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. They can't move that fast. It's good to know that that place is dry at the moment. That makes a big fucking difference here. That's going to help a lot. Okay. Back to Conchabar. He's under fucking water. I was going to say he can maybe help Haslin here, but he needs to help himself first. It's going to take a full action to swim all the way back up to the surface. He's only rolling a +3 on this. A 12, so he swims back up to the surface and is no longer holding his breath. He pops up and he sees Haslin swimming with Hawk. And he's going to go, Haslin, where is Spear? Oh, I had to drop Spear. I've got Hawk here. He's unconscious, but Spear's underwater. Someone else has got to get him. And he's like looking back over his shoulder. But I don't think that goddamned monster is here anymore. Everything seems to have calmed down. So we go to Haslin. Haslin's swim check. Both of these gnomes are just struggling in these waters. That's a 9. That is not enough, unfortunately, to succeed. However, we're in dire straits here. So he's going to use one of his mythic surges, which gets him to move 10 feet. 5, 10. The devilfish is looking around like, huh, what? But instead it's going to hop into the water here. 5, 10, 15, 20, and comes down here. And as it turns, we can see another large creature in here. A Grindylow of substantial size. I think the devilfish almost like comes up to it and begins like wrestling with it. And they're like having fun. Jesus. So for now, we're going to take the devilfish out of initiative. It is in this space and will remain there for now. For now, these Grindylows are on the move. They're weakened. We're trying to capture. Spear's unconscious. Spear sinks further down. He is landed on the bottom, on top of the grill that was once there. Okay. Oh, this is bad, y'all. These Grindylows keep moving. They're gonna swim around. What are we saying? 3? I'm gonna say that's 4 rounds of unholy blood. They don't really want to go through that nasty space. You know, the chamber here filled completely with blood. Let me go ahead and move it because it did not go through the wall like that. Cool. So they're gonna keep moving. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, no, that's dry land. Don't forget. 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. That dry land makes a huge fucking difference. 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Can't move into the same space. Okay, back to Rosie, who is... She's, like, regained her senses, and she looks back. She's like, Wait, you can't leave Spear. We need him. And she's going to start swimming back. You fucking idiots. How could you leave him? She does not have any healing potions. She does have a potion of invisibility, which might be nice, but she's going to swim 5, 10. My God, having a swim speed. It makes such a huge difference here. Okay, this one's swimming 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hi, Zen of Games. Thank you for following. It's good to see you over here. Drinking in your honor, good sir. We are very narrowly trying to avert a TPK at this moment. But the Grindylows are coming back, intent on capturing someone, as their queen has commanded, capturing more of these poor pirates that have shipwrecked upon this awful, awful island. Okay, we're back to Conchabar. This poor gnome is such a bad swimmer. Why would you become a pirate? He sinks down. Oh my gosh. Right, I recently started started streaming on my own channel, and I'm doing this solo Pathfinder stream here, which doesn't necessarily fit over at Manapot, but well, it could. But it's just something to do in my free time, essentially. This is episode 15 now, so we've been going strong for several months on a weekly basis. It feels pretty good, actually, except this TPK does not feel pretty good. Is there anything else I can do upon failing a swim check? Like, is it I sink for the full round and that's it? Or Can I do something else? Make it once per round while you're in the water. Aha! Oh, no. If you fail by 4 or less, you make no progress. If you fail by 5 or more, you go underwater. Oh my god, I've been really, making it much harder on myself by that rule. Okay. If you fail by 4 or less, you make no progress. If you fail by 5 or more, you go underwater. Wait, but what does that mean per se? Because 4 or less. Okay, yeah. No, so if you fail at all, got it. So he doesn't do anything. He's just there. He tries to swim and he just kind of like moves in place. This little gnome. Oh, the waters! I can't escape it! Conchabar says. Definitely gotta have ranks in swim. This guy actually does have ranks in swim. He has no, it's not a class skill for him, which is funny. You think a bard would have swim as a class skill, but no. And he has no strength either. He gave the ring of swimming that they found to the halfling woman that he really likes. And she may have to pass it over to him on her turn. But we've got our other gnome here, Haslin. Conchabar, I know, what a character. I have 2 characters that are my own. I made them mythic and gestalt characters. So they are much stronger than the rest of the crew, since I don't have like a full 4-person party. But I am pulling in the NPCs as needed. Unfortunately, my mythic characters are on their last legs at this point. My gnomish rogue sorcerer succeeds at his swim check, so him and his unconscious familiar are going to swim 5, 10 feet as a full round action. Not good. So D6 and D7, there is dry land in between. So yeah, right over here, he is able to pull himself. I think in this space, he'll be able to pull himself up. Oh, Rosie fucking Cuswell. She's good. She's great. I love her. But we just got bodied by the Devilfish, who swam back into the cauldron here to get treats from his mistress and his best friend. Because I didn't want to do a TPK. We're pulling hero cards also to like help us make decisions. And so I think the beating is what we pulled for the Devilfish. Okay, Haslin continues swimming. Spear is still unconscious. That's round 6 of the Unholy Blood effect here. We go to the Grindylows, who are quickly barreling down, trying to at least capture one of these people alive, as their mistress has commanded them. So continue to swim 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 here. They're coming. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And at this point, I think Haslin might be able to hear them. I don't know if they're stealthing. There's no way. They roll a plus 14 on their stealths, but I don't know if they are stealthing. The other thing is, these caves are dim. Let me go ahead, throw this light aura back on our dude here. Aquatic menaces. They be bad. Rosie passes her swim check automatically, so she's gonna go 5, and then she's gonna go underwater here, 10 feet. 5, so that's 10 feet total. Where's our underwater token? There it is. So she gets down here. That means that she's like opens her eyes in the gross, bloody water, which now has 100% concealment. She can't see anything down here. I think Spear might get captured. He might have to stay down there. He can breathe underwater, but without him, we're fucked. He's our best bet at fighting down here. At least the unholy water, she can tell it's clearing, so if she can just get enough time that here the Grindylow are coming. Oh god, here comes the TPK. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20. Rounds the corner, sees Haslin there, has its spear ready to strike, and Haslin shouts out, "Oi! Oh, I think we've got company. They're coming around the corner here." The gnome is like starting to like freak out just a little. And this Grindylow keeps moving. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hey, Retro Ted! Thank you for subscribing again. 3-month streak. Yeah, boy! Way to go. That's awesome. I've got another move action here. Let's go 5, 10. I'm going to start hopping around to try and flank, cut off their escape. 15, 20, 25, 30. Perfect. Retro, you rock. All right, Contrabar. You got to get out of here, buddy. You can't just swim in place here. But he sees what Haslin said. 21 on the swim check. He's got it. Does he have... He probably has some sort of line of sight of that goblin. Contrabaro, how many spells we got left, buddy? Ooh, 1 spell left. Oh no, you don't! I will have you laughing till the end of your days. And he points a finger at this Grindylow who's popping around the corner here, and casts hideous laughter on him using his... Oh boy, his last level 1 spell. Okay, DC 14 will save. Grindylows have a poor will save. Nope, it's just as good as their reflex save. 9! Ha ha ha! Okay, the Grindylow falls prone and is laughing. Oh boy. That's very helpful, Contrabar. Thank you so much. And he's going to swim 5 feet with that. Okay, Haslin. Haslin's, thanks, Retro. Feel free to lurk. Haslin pops up on the ledge here, and he's got a dagger drawn. I'm sure he must. So the familiar in one hand, a dagger in the other. No, he has a wand in his other hand. So he drops the wand on the stone here and pulls out the dagger as a part of that move action as he's climbing, kind of drops it and then pulls himself up. Normally that would provoke, but this goblin is not in a place to attack. And it is prone at the moment, which should give us a little bit of an advantage. -4 penalty to its AC. Okay, cool. All right, so our silver-haired gnome pulls out another masterwork dagger because he stole so many of those from the wormwood. And he's going to go to stab this Grindylow. 24, absolutely. 1d3 plus 3. 4 points of damage. Not enough to kill it, unfortunato. But he did get the stab in. Spear is unconscious still. But that's another round ticking on the Unholy Blood. We're 3 rounds away from Rosie being able to see him. Maybe she can spot something in here, but the blood has just filled this space and made it completely almost dark. She's not feeling good. I also need to give her a round of holding her breath. which is I use the token. We'll call it the timer. Why not? Okay, so we got more Grindylows coming. Technically, there is space here for another Grindylow to move in. 5, 10, 15, 20. It's going to climb up and move into the space and attack Haslin with its spear. Haslin's got mirror image on, which he's going to need with only 2 hit points. And an 18 does not hit. Haslin's mage armor brings his AC up to 20, so the Grindylow goes to and strike, and there's this flash of light as Haslin's mage armor deflects the blow. Another Grindylow coming in from behind. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We'll start moving around too. Well, actually, we'll stop here. This thing's prone. Doesn't like that. But this one's not at full health either. It's going to swim around. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There we go. Okay, fucking Rosie Cuswell. Here we go. She's underwater. I'm going to give her a perception check, I feel like. To maybe get an idea, at least, to where Spear is. 11. No, she can't see much. But honestly, she does a swim. She moves here, and she can, like... She just keeps swimming into the space. Let's see. 5. I mean, she would know that he's on the bottom, so she's going to swim down and move down, and so I think at this point she feels him. So that's another round, and she's now 10 feet down. But she's holding her breath. She can hold her breath for a while. She took Constitution damage from those Sturges. She can hold her breath for 16 rounds, which isn't great. She's at an 8 Constitution at the moment, but it's something. Okay, this Grindylow is prone, and it gets another save against the hideous laughter. 5, it stays laughing. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, but we're in luck, And I think that's gonna last for, I wanna say 3 rounds? Yep, okay, cool. This Grindylow is going to keep swimming. Just keep swimming. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Now, I think a part of the problem here, and I did not note this before, is that between D6 and D7, this is all land. So they're going to be moving a lot slower at this point in these spaces here. Which, phew, that's fucking helpful. Okay, Contrabar, he sees that his best buddy Haslin's in trouble. He can't really do much from here. He needs to keep swimming. Natural 20. He's gonna keep swimming. Contrabar, what you got for cantrips at least? We got a daze, we got a flare. You want to throw one of those, buddy? You think one of those are gonna be good? Daze or Flare. Flare is a fortitude save, is it not? And they're dazzled for a minute. A minute is a while. A minute is a lot longer than 1 round of being dazed. However, a daze is helpful. You can't do anything. Okay, he swims 5 feet forward. Fucking bards. Yeah, it is. He sees the second one. Thanks, Zen. Yeah, feel free to lurk. Have me on the background. Listen in. Thank you for being here. I super appreciate it. So Conchaba swims forward 5 feet and points another finger as he's holding his onto the wall, kind of like moving with one hand, holding onto the wall with the other, as he points another finger at the second Grindylow and says, you are no friend of mine, and I hope you will stop what you're doing now, as he shouts. I don't know. Conchabar is used to throwing his ego around, so that second one is going to make a will save. 17, unfortunately, he passes, which leaves Haslin here. Haslin has his dagger, so he's going to go and stab at the second one that has appeared here. 25, hell to the yes. Oh, good job, buddy. 4 points of damage, not phenomenal. Now, I have some mythic abilities that I could use. One good hit and he's down is the issue. So he needs to pull out all of his abilities at this point. So Haslin is going to go ahead and make a sneak attack. What are we calling? A strike. That is the mythic power ability where he rolls again flat-footed +1 against the one that he just struck at. 9. Are you kidding me? Oh, natural 1 on that. I could use a surge on it, but there's no point. I don't want to use up all my mythic powers. So he went and he like stabs in it, and then he kind of like twirls the dagger in his hand and goes to strike again, and just literally almost drops it, kind of grabs it again, and like looks, brings it back up to stay on the defense. Okay, spear. That's round 8 of the Unholy. So luckily, he's mythic. He stabilizes automatically, and he's good to go. Okay, this Grindylow here doesn't like these, 3 gnomes that it's seeing in front of itself. And so it's going to go to stab, even though it was told to take it alive. 21 hits. So we're going to roll 1d3 on a 1. It hits Haslin. 2. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay, so there's only 1 mirror image left. Ah! And these Grindylows continue to swim. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's stuck there. Okay, Rosie. She's got spear. Like if she's moving, if she's like breaststroking down here on the bottom, she can feel him, and so she feels him, and as her full round action is going to move them both up to the surface of the water so she can see where she's going. That's it. That's all she's got. Thank God she doesn't have to make swim checks with that ring of swimming, but honestly, her swim is like a 7, so someone else could have used it a lot more. We'll have to make some changes there. Okay, last round for this Grindylow to make a will save. 12, it's still laughing. So helpful. That makes such a huge difference. Okay, so now we're on dry land. 5, 10, 15. 5, 10. Back into the water at 15. All right, Contrabar, you're not... What are you going to do? Let's make a swim check. Natural 20. So he's moving closer, and he's going to try that daze again. No, you must listen to me. Stop what you are doing. And that Grindylow makes a will save and fails it, and is now dazed. We'll go with that one. Dazed. So it can't do anything its next round. Thank Yod. That's going to make a huge difference. Because we do come back to Haslin, who is going to take this chance to try and knock it out. 11. How do you miss it, Haslin? It's dazed. But still, Haslin goes to stab at it, and the Grindylow is coherent enough to just like pull back and not say anything. Thank you, oh mom. I appreciate it. It took me several days of work to get those filters going. Oh yeah, Zen, Ruins of Aslan. I've listened to the first book from a well-known podcast, and I think they fight Grindylows at the end of that book, and it is, spoiler alert, sorry, it's bad. It's just bad all around. Not good. Not good at all. Haslin, he's going to use a mythic ability. We need to get out of it. Everything is very dire now, so he's going to use a mythic power to get that surprise strike off. +1 against this dazed guy. That's going to hit. I shouldn't even... Honestly, I don't even need to roll. He's doing 1d3 +3 2d6. So as it dodges, he just like leans in forward and almost like falls forward, like kind of grabbing at a side of the wall here and plunging the dagger into the heart of this Grindylow, killing it. Okay. Okay, Spear is unconscious. That's not round 9. Grindylows. This one's moving. 5, 10, 15. Unfortunately, this is dry land now. 5, 10, 15, and slips into the water. So they're catching up. They are coming in for the flank. Okay, Rosie, do your thing. 5, 10. She's holding him behind her. Oh. Yeah, Zen, you really gotta build the party for aquaticness. Unfortunately, this party is not built for it, for being in the water. My 2 gnomes here, if they succeed the swim check, they can move 10 feet, which is not enough. No, it's bad. But so she's got Spear. Oh, the tripping tentacles. Luckily, that hasn't been a major issue for us. So she's got Spear, on one arm, and she's side-stroking here. Rosie has become a much better swimmer since she went overboard during that storm several weeks ago. We're back to this Grindylow, who, that is its last round laughing. So it is done laughing. And it is going to... I always forget, does standing up provoke standing up an attack of opportunity? I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, it does. Okay, so as it stands up, Haslin's going to try and stab down with his spear. 15, does that hits, right? That just hits. And this should kill it. 1d3 +3, 6. So as it goes to stand up, he brings it down into its shoulder, killing the Grindylow here, who is just laughing its ass off. Ayo! Yes, indeed. Okay, we're almost fucking out of the hot water here, y'all. These people aren't coming after you. It's just the Grindylows left here. And so if we can get past these 2 Grindylows and into a dryish area, we can begin to heal up and prepare for whatever comes next. We're moving. 5, 10, back onto the land, 15, 5, and then into the water, 10, 15, right here. It like screams, and Haslin jumps around. Hey, Zen, I don't, I'm not sure if I'm using the updated aquatic rules. I use D20 PFSRD, which usually is fully up to date, but I don't know if it's the up to date stuff. Yeah. I might need to check that out. Okay, so that one's there. Conchabar is here. Conchabar is treading water at the moment. And he can't move onto the land. But he's able to stay at least treading. And I think I don't remember what Contrabar has in his hands. He did have his sword cane out at some point. So if it's he either has the one, I think he has the Wanda mirror image and the sword cane. He's just been swimming like that. Just would explain why he's swimming so bad. So at the very least, he's gonna get an opportunity to strike at this Granilo with his sword cane. +3. Natural 1. He clangs it into the wall, and does not do it. But Haslin's there with his spear, his dagger. 14. That is not enough. Just some clarifications. Okay, cool, interesting. I'll look into it later, maybe. Oh, buoyancy. Ooh, see, I was wondering about that because the hawk familiar, or excuse me, the seagull familiar named Hawk, landed on top of the water when it was struck by the devilfish, and I'm like, would that float? I feel like he'd float, but but Haslin here, our rogue sorcerer, was like, no, I'm not saving one guy who can breathe underwater to let my familiar drown as it sinks slowly unconscious. So he went and saved him. But I was thinking that a seagull would float, especially with those hollow bones. So that's good to know. Haslin, I don't want to use any more of my mythic powers. 5, 6, 7. I only have 3 of those left. I do have a panache pool. I never fucking remember to use panache with this guy. But I don't know if I can do anything with it right now. Because I just have the 1 deed, and I took it as a feat. I may change that later, because I'm not using it all when we've got a chance to retrain. Spear's unconscious, and that's the last round for the unholy blood, which begins to fade in the churning waters. This Granilo, 5 swims up here, 10, and moves here, and is just kind of ready with its spear. Rosie looks up ahead and sees the way clogged. Hey, what the fuck are you guys doing? We gotta move! She shouts out, and she swims forward. But that's it. That's all she's got. Haslin responds, I'm trying my best! The silver-haired Australian gnome. This Granilo from the water is going to... it can't trip him, thank God, because he's standing. So it's just going to try and reach out with his spear. But the spear bounces off of Haslin's mage armor. The flash of that sort of magical light. Contrabar will climb up. This is going to provoke. He can take a 5-foot step this way, but that's going to provoke. So, if anything, I'm going to try and attack first, at least. Well, it's just a 5-foot step. That wouldn't, but let's attack first. Oh, people in plate armor with lots of loot will swiftly sink. Will have swiftly sinking buoyancy. Oh my god. That's interesting. Our Azarketi, our Gilman, the unconscious one, he is in medium armor at the moment. But that is very interesting. Okay, Contrabar is going to strike with his sword cane before making that 5-foot step. 22, that'll hit. For, I think, excuse me. For 1d4 points of damage. 3 points of damage, Contrabar. Way to go, buddy. As he, swiftly climbs up and steps out of the way. Haslin here will... Come on, Haslin. You've got to take this dude out. An 11? No, we're using a mythic power to try and get... to use a surprise strike. So he, feints almost. It almost comes off as a feint, but it's actually more of a miss. And oops, my filters are going haywire. And a 15 will hit. 1d3 plus 3 plus 2d6 for a sneak attack. Plus d26. I don't know what that is, but the 6 points of damage is more than enough to send that Grindylow sinking down into the lake of hooks. I think I am using aquatic adventures in my heroes lab. I do think I have that for like extra things. Like Haslin here does know the spell Air Bubble, which of course he has yet to fucking cast because he's a very selfish gnome. But anyway, he took out that Grindylow using up one of his mythic powers. He's only got 2 more of those left for the day. Spear's unconscious, and we got this Grindylow here who does not like its odds and is going to swim back 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15. It's on land, so it's not doing good there. Okay, Rosie. I think she's like, hey, what the fuck is going on? And Haslin says, oh, hey, just shut up already. I took care of them all, except, well, for the one that's escaping. And she's like, just fine, fuck it. This guy's getting really heavy. And she's going to move 5, 10. She's up here. And now she's carrying Spear. It's a lot harder to carry him on the land. I think this is where we are. So she's at least... this is tough. This is really tough, because this is... I think this is dry land here, but this is water. So she's at least gonna hop back into the water here, so she can keep swimming from there. And now I'm going to take us out of initiative. Because no one's chasing after this guy. No one can even catch up to him. But he's going all the way around and back into the cauldron here to report back. Holy crap. Holy, holy, holy. Speaking of holy, the crew is able to get into this space here, which we're calling solid ground. Not necessarily dry land, but definitely solid. And throw down some new music. Well, what's first? I don't even fucking know. I don't even know. Okay. This music's not exactly there. I think this one would be better. So the 3 of them are kind of standing here, heaving these small humanoids. These 2 gnomish men, this halfling woman, this unconscious, tall Azorketti man, quite buff and heavy. Luckily, Rosie's pretty strong herself. What do we fucking do now? Does anyone have a healing potion left or something? Conchabar, can you heal?
Unfortunately, Miss Caswell, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I do not think I have used my last healing potion, and well, I am all out of spells today. It's any of my stronger spells, that is.
Well, fuck. What about you, Haslin? You're magical. Can't you heal or something? All right. Unfortunately, I don't know any kind of magic like that. And, well, I also am out of healing potions.
that wand that Spear has, and he goes running and like searching through Spear's stuff, and he pulls out the wand of healing. Here, I could definitely try and use it. I'm not particularly skilled with it. And Contrabar just says, "Nah, give me that." And so he grabs the wand of healing, since he doesn't have to roll use magic device. And he will start off by healing Spear for 8 points of healing. So he kneels down, and as he waves the wand over Spear's body, the tanned Azarketi man who's got these scales that are like slowly appearing like after that fight on his face and on his neck, and he looks, kind of rubs the blood out of his eyes. We are alive. We are alive. We are alive. What? But how? Well, you can thank us, of course, Contrabar says. No, Contrabar. I mean, the fish. It did not kill us. Right, I don't fucking know why it seemed to be done. We started running away, and well, it just kind of stopped after that. I think that thing isn't particularly well trained. Particularly well trained? Are you fucking crazy? To have a monster like that can attack on command? And I don't know what kind of nastiness that came out of that thing. I'll have Contrabar roll I'm gonna guess a heal check. The Devilfish is not heal, a nature check. It's a magical beast, so it's going to be an Arcana check, which I think there are others who should be able to roll that as well, but we'll start with Contrabar. D20 plus 2. 16? Is that enough to know? For common monsters, 5. For particularly rare, so 10 plus the Devilfish's CR, which is 4. That is enough.
I think it was a devilfish. Not a particularly common creature, but not one I've ever seen up close and personal. What about you, Spear? You've lived your life in the sea, or?
Right. Well, I've spent the last several years above water on ships, but no, I have not ever encountered such a creature before. Is it? Yeah, unfortunately, we weren't even able to get a scratch on it. It flooded that cavern, that drowning chamber with blood, and well, at that point, its tentacles started to fucking wreak havoc on us. We should keep healing up. Contrabar, can you fucking keep going with that wand or something? Haslin's not looking great either. And
whatever you wish, Mistress Caswell.
we're gonna take off this mirror image from Haslin, and let me double check how many. God, how many fucking charges are left on this? Not a lot. 7 more charges. Yikes. So this is going to Haslin. I'm sorry, no. 1d8 plus 1. 5 points of healing. Can you give one to Hawk too as well? And I think Spear definitely has some spells left. He hasn't used any of his 6 level 1 spells today. Damn. Good. So he's gonna go ahead and give one to Hawk.
for 5. The hot seagull is alive, and he's going to go ahead and give one to himself as well for 6. Hey Zen, everyone's level 3. My two main PCs are mythic and gestalt characters, so they have 3 levels in both classes. But that Devilfish did a number. Contrabar, I think, is like kind of like shakes the wand and he says, "As Spear, you want me to keep using this?" And Spear kind of coughs as he's healing himself. "It's almost dead. Just use it up. We need whatever we can get." And so the gnome nods. And is going to continue using the wand. So this one's going to Haslin for 5 hit points. He's going to give one to Rosie for 3 hit points. He's going to give one to Spear for 5 hit points. That was 3 uses. So let's go back to the wand. 1, 2, 3. We have 4 uses left. All right. He's going to give another one to Rosie. 5 hit points. So that's almost full for her. We have 3 uses left. He's going to give one to Hawk for 8 hit points. Hawk's not getting any more than that. The last 2 are going to go to Spear and Haslin. 5 for Spear and 2 for Haslin. Not great. And that's that. He goes to use the wand again on Haslin and says,
"Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. My apologies, but the wand, it is dead.
"Do you..." And Spear shakes his head and Contrabar throws it over his shoulder. Fuck me. Well, Rosie says, "What are we fucking gonna do now? Jesus Christ, we can't face that thing again. We're all... I mean, we're lucky that we had that wand, but... those stupid Grintylows don't even have any treasure on them."
Well, that is not a bad idea," Contrabar says. "The room we were just in, did we see anything in there?"
He says, so... Let's go over to the drowning chamber. Was there anything in there that had a drowning chamber? No. I had my treasure-seeking eyes on, and Haslin kind of taps his forehead, and, I didn't see anything in that. It's just a place with spikes to frickin' trap ya and drown ya. But I mean, I would have been okay with it. I've got that water breathing potion that I took, but there's nothing else for us. But what do we do? What do we do? And Rosie says, "I don't fucking know. You're the acting captain of this group. Remember, you make the call." And Haslin if it was my call, then I say we get the fuck out of here. Sorry, Sandara. Sorry, Cog. You're dead. And it doesn't matter. And Spear says, "No, we cannot leave Sandara or Cog behind. They are important members of our crew. We need them." Spear, I think you're forgetting the fact that Mr. Plug is going to sail away from this place tomorrow morning if we don't get back in time. And we've already wasted half the day in this place waiting for the low tide to come, and the longer we stay in here, the more likely that the tide is going to come back, and then what do we do? Conchabar here can barely even swim. Sorry, Conch. And Conchabar says, no, it is true. It is a great failing in my life that I never learned to swim properly. Hey, Conchabar, it was really nice of you to give me this ring, but she takes it off. I think you need it more. And he says, no, Mr. Caswell, please, you must. And she's like, this was not, just fucking take it, Conchabar. And the gnome quickly shuts up and takes the ring from her. So we're going to go ahead and give it to Conchabar, who's going to put that ring on. Ring of swimming. That brings his swim up from a +3 to a +8. Oh, and the ring, as soon as he puts the ring back on, it begins to glow with those blue fish-like runes. So, again, if I'm captain, which I am, I say we leave, and we say, sorry, suckers, you got captured by Grindylows, and, well, it's not our fault. And Spear kind of, like, stands up at this point. He's been, like, sitting as he's resting, and he pulls his spear out and slams the butt on the ground. No, I cannot leave them behind. They are... He stumbles. They are both very important to me. I gotta agree with Spear here that we can't leave them behind. That fish needs to fry for how he fucked us up. But at the same time, I don't want to fucking go back to the man's promise without Sandara or Cog. I mean, that place is a snake's nest. And those fuckers over there, who knows what they're plotting? Remember that secret meeting they had? Oh, yes, but we have our own allies on the ship. I myself would agree with Aslan. Sandara, Cog, they are not really good friends of mine. The only people I care about are you two. And he looks at Haslin and Rosie. And Rosie kind of like gestures over to Spear, and Conchabar just kind of like shakes his head real quick. It has not been lost on me, Conchabar, that there's very little love between the two of us. But it seems we are at an impasse. We need to decide what to do. We need to decide what to do. Right, well, conditions then. If we're going to go back, we can't be, Haslin says, we've got to be, I don't feel comfortable going back at the current amount of the way I'm feeling. And Spear, like, nods, and he puts a hand out. And he's going to go ahead and use another spell. He's used 2 Cure Light Wounds, which means he has 4 level 1 spells left. I want to save some of these. I should have used them before going into that fight. Shield of Faith, Magic Weapon, Merid's Mastery, all of those would have been very helpful. So that's an enlarged person. I don't know how helpful that would be, but and those are lasting for 3 minutes now, so he can potentially buff himself up before going in there. So at the very least, we're going to use this last this Cure Light Wounds on Haslin for a full 11 points. The light fills the space as he heals Haslin up. Right, Haslin. Do you feel better now? And Haslin kind of, thanks, Spear. Yeah, I feel loads better now. Well, I could take on a truck, if I even knew what a truck was in this existence. And he laughs, and they all kind of look at him. Wait, Conchabar says, so now we are going to go back? I do not know. Conchabar, I gotta say, don't necessarily feel like I'm the best. Well, I'm not a great fighter. I can't really promise that I'll be great. Nonsense. You've gotten loads better. Don't worry. With my song and your strikes, we will make an excellent team. And I think Spear's like digging around, and he pulls out a potion of cure moderate wounds. I had this before, but there was never any chance to use it because those tentacles and the AOOs. However, the thing is, I mean, they don't know about what's going on in here. Taking on the Devilfish, and just as it from a GM perspective, so I'm kind of lifting the curtain a little bit, taking on a mythic Brine Brood Queen and a mythic whale. They're mythic now. They have special abilities. It's going to be a really tough fight. Plus a Devilfish, who luckily can't use its unholy blood anymore. But those tentacles are bad, yo. They're bad. Okay. I think as Spear says, I think we must follow where that... We must try and find the Devilfish once more. It is standing in the way of us and our comrades. And, well, we must try. We must try, and are we to fail again? Then we flee. We swim out of here as quickly as possible. No holds barred. But I think it's too soon to not try. Okay. Okay. So that. Oh. That settles it. Which way do we go? Right, do we go back the way we came? I mean, it's probably just sitting there waiting for us, or? Spear holds up a hand. I will go and scout. I have this. Spear also has a potion of invisibility. It will make me invisible, and at least I can go and see what is going on, huh? He has a -1 stealth because of his armor, but the invisibility puts it at a +20, I think? I'm pretty sure? Is it or just a +10? I think it's +20. But still... It's not great, you know? Yeah, it's +20 if the creature is moving, +40 if it's still. So I think he turns off the light spell that he's using. We'll go ahead and turn that off. He's gonna pop the invisibility potion. I'm tempted to take this cure moderate wounds as well. Ah, shit. Let's pop open this second beer. If I'm gonna fucking, take that Devilfish on again, we're drinking another beer. But yeah, I think Spear, despite his lack of stealth, is best suited for the scouting because of his ability to swim, specifically. Alright, so he pops the invisibility, and starts moving. He's gonna swim back down here. Because really, all he needs to do, he gets to this space, and he can see that it's eerily empty as he's moving in here. He opens into a wider cavern decorated with hundreds of leering skeletal parts, wriggling with worms. 4 dark circular openings exit the chamber. I think he can easily guess that this tunnel will lead back up here. He saw the Grindylows. Well, he maybe didn't see that Grindylows came out of there because he was unconscious. But he, his comrade, his party members told him. So that leaves 2 more spaces, 2 different ways for him to go. Hold on, I kind of gotta keep track of. Yeah, Zen. I'm in Central European time. It's a new thing for me, so it's definitely time for a beer. Friday night. Which way does he go? I mean, he could easily. Let's flip a coin. 1, he goes to D8, and 2, he goes to D4. A 2. So he continues. He's standing here, kind of looking around because this is dry land at the moment. D4 is a little bit deep, so he's actually walking here and then swims, and then comes to D4. D4. He looks to the right and he sees a small cavern displaying strangely ribbed markings. Yeah, Zen, that is correct. I was in New York, but relocated earlier this year. It is a very new thing for me. I don't know if he sees a small cavern. I don't know if he would look any further. I also don't want to deal with the ghouls in here. So I think he continues swimming / walking over here. But we'll quickly realize that this is where they came in from. So we'll come back to here. How long is this invisibility spell lasting for? Not long. 1 minute per level. Caster level 3. So let's see. It's barely been a minute. Barely been a minute. No bots. I don't want to be famous. And so I think he will swim this way. 5, 10, 15, 20. And then come up here. So he's going to need to make a stealth check. Plus 20. Minus 1. Oh, cool, Zen. That's really cool. I'm visiting France at the end of next month. Taking a trip to Nice. To hang out with a fellow American friend who just moved to Madrid recently. I was originally born in Germany, but grew up in the States, and so have decided to come back here with my family last year. And now here we are. And so I've started streaming a lot more full time on my own personal channel because of that. And I've also picked up a few new Mana Pot games with other Europeans, as well as some of my friends in Japan. Okay, stealth check. 25. So Spear has come out and is standing here. I think these two are kind of laughing, playing. I feel like that's a good spot for them. I think Brian Brood's gonna move over here at some point. She's not fully, especially the fact that nobody came back. She's this isn't good. This is not good. So this water is also really hard to see through. I think these two are probably going to stay here. This one maybe not so much, maybe a little deeper. But this one here on the surface. So I can at least see what's going on. I'm going to give Spear a perception check, which is not a really great one. +5. 18. It's good enough. I mean, this water, all the water in this place is really hard to see. So he can maybe tell that there's people swimming in the churning cauldron below. But he can't see exactly what they are. He can assume the devilfish is down there, the way these two are swimming around. But what gets him more is the 2 cages hanging above. They're not even in cages. They hang from the ceiling above the churning water. Visibility is generally 5 feet or less in the water. Oh no, he can't see anything in there. He can maybe see the Grindylow, and he can see like Grindylow just underneath the surface. But he specifically sees the 2 figures hanging from the ceiling, bound hand and foot with thick strands of seaweed and sinew, and wrapped and weighted with heavy ingots of silver. One of them, who is alert and kind of, looking around, is Sandara. Her hat now missing. Shit. Where is her hat? One of the Grindylows had it, but not one of the ones we saw. Huh. And Cog. Cog, on the other hand, is looking much worse. There are parts of his legs that have these huge bite marks, and like blood kind of dripping. He looks to be almost partially eaten alive. And you should actually be right there, I think. I think Spear has to stifle himself. And I'm going to go ahead and give Cog and Sandara, as well as Grindylow and Brian Brood Queen here, perception checks. So I need to go ahead and pull in their files at this point. Cog and Sandara. Oh, Zen, yes, they are being saved as snacks. Ah, it's crazy. Okay, and you also need to pull in the Brine Brood Queen. Brine Brood Queen. Who is now a mythic person. I gave her some mythic tiers. 1 mythic tier, at least. So she's got a +8 perception. The Grindylow has a +4. They need a 25 to notice. 12 for her, nope. 13 from him, no. Cog has a +4. Sandara has a +2. So there's no way that they can notice Spear sitting there. I'm half tempted to hop on the water. But I don't know if either of these creatures have some sort of blind sense. I don't think so. So Cog is going to, Spear is going to head back now.
Hello. Hey. I've found our friends. They're being held captive. They're alive. But they're not in good shape. And, well, there don't seem to be too many Grindylows even left. I think we may have killed them all, or maybe there are more that are on patrol, but it's clear that the Devilfish is in there. The water was even filthier than the rest of this place. And, well, I'm pretty sure I thought I saw it underneath. It looks much deeper than the rest of this place has been. Let's count it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40,
50 feet deep at some points. That's wild. That's wild. 50 feet. Haslin, you have... How long does air bubble last? Air bubble! It's got 5 level 1 spells left. Air bubble lasts for 1 minute per level, so that's going to last for 3 minutes. So, I think a plan is coming together. I have some spells, Spear says, that will help me. It make me better in the water, harder to hit, and hit easier. But I could save a spell for someone else. Rosie, would you like something? What if we made Rosie bigger? It would lower her AC to 15. But she would hit. She would hit harder. And move faster. What if we made her bigger? Enlarged person lasts, I think, for rounds or 4 minutes. Enlarged person lasts for minutes. So he throws Merit's Mastery on himself. He could also put that on her instead. +1 bonus on attack and damage. That might be better. He throws Merit's Mastery on him, Rosie, and then he throws Shield of Faith as well on himself. He's got the highest AC at the moment. If he goes with the spear, he's at an 18. So if he throws Shield of Faith on her and then Merit's Mastery on both of them, they're sitting at 18 ACs together, and they're getting +1 to attack and damage. Count Shabar, you are not a strong swimmer, but if you could stay out of the water, there's a good spot for you to maybe shoot, maybe to sing. Your song has helped us before. Yes, Count Shabar says, my song is well known, renowned across the waves. Of course, I would love to stand above and sing for you all. But the problem with that, Kochabar, is if the battle takes us deep down below, your spears, your arrows won't be able to do much. Yes, well, that is a bit of a problem. But wait a minute, Aslan and I both have those wands of mirror image. What if we were to throw that on all of us as well? We would be heavily protected, and they last for a few minutes, long enough. Well, actually, the wand... Let's double check, because the wand is what, caster level 1? So that's only lasting for a minute. Yeah, the wand is I'm assuming is only caster level 1. Because mirror image is a level 1 spell, or is it a level 2 spell? So at caster level 2, the wands, those will last for 2 minutes. That's handy. That's handy. If those are the last things we throw down, then that's good. Now, Contrabar also has... No, Haslin has a potion of invisibility. Rosie has a potion of invisibility. Would that be useful? I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. But yes. Yes, I think that will help. Weird. have not very familiar with this magic, but the longer I use it, the more prepared I begin to feel. Or rather, perhaps I should have been more prepared moving into this place. I could have... It's my fault. If I had been using my spells properly, I just don't trust them. And, well, Besmara's blessing feels more and more like a curse, and he scratches at the scales that are kind of starting to grow on the side of his neck. Hey, Spear, don't worry about it. You're fucking doing everything you fucking can, and I think the fact that we made it this far is goddamn amazing, Rosie says. I think all of us are pretty fucking great. And, well, I know that if I were, hanging up there with Sandara and Quinn, I'd be feeling pretty fucking good that you all were coming to get me. And I know that they'll be so fucking happy to see us.
Right, Miss Caswell. You are an inspiration as always, Contrabar says.
So, I think we have a plan. The crew moves over here. Yeah, right here. And begin their preparations. One last thing. Right, but wait. There's more, Haslin says. I recently learned a new spell myself. I should have brought it out earlier, but it didn't seem like quite the right time, if you will. Rosie, Conchabar, I could put a bubble of air around your heads, and you'd be able to breathe underwater. It would probably make a big difference down there. I think Rosie's like, those fuckers don't fucking know what's coming. If I can breathe, we'll be fucking great. I can go down there and... Oh, but wait, this axe, it doesn't work that well underwater. I've been kind of having issues with it. No problem. If you want, I can give you another one of my... oh no, I dropped a dagger earlier. And Haslin literally jumps into the water over here and picks up the masterwork dagger that he dropped. Good for him. I'm fucking glad I remembered that. Here, you just take this dagger, Miss Caswell. No, Haslin, don't you start calling me Miss Caswell too. That's just Conchabar. Oh, so Conchabar says, so it is you do not mind if I am the only one who calls you Miss Caswell. Conchabar, if we get out of here, I'll kiss you, okay? But let's focus on the task at hand. All right, buddy? And I think with that, that is the last. We get these spells off, and next week, we come in for the final fight in the cauldron. Damn. Ugh. That was good. The role playing, that scene where they were fighting over, whether to go or whether to stay. I mean, Conchabar and Haslin, they are the evil side of things. They lean evil. They're both neutral. But Haslin himself, that's Katra from She-Ra levels of evil. Like, he's got ego, he's got pain, he's got trauma, but so he's willing to leave those people behind. He doesn't give a fuck. But there is the idea of, hello, pirates. But Rosie here is, chaotic good. She believes in the good of people. Spear, on the other hand, is true neutral, so he kind of leans in any direction. He goes with the flow, if you will. But his direction specifically is Sandara has become his best friend, and him and Cog have all of this unrelieved sexual tension. Where is that going to go? What's going to happen with that? And I'm really worried that Cog is going to die in this next combat. I hope he doesn't, because I want to see where him and Spear go. You know, it's funny, I rolled randomly on a list of NPCs to see who was kidnapped, and when I saw it was Cog, I was like, yeah, of course it's fucking Cog. Of course, because that ups the drama level even further. So, we'll be back next Saturday. Saturday is our usual stream time. Although I'm really liking Friday. I might move it to a Friday stream because it just seems to work better. But we'll see how it is. Thank you so much, Zen of Games, for being here and taking part in chat. It's super cool to see you outside of Manapot and to come over here. I'm glad you enjoy it. It's also nice. I'd be curious to maybe we can over at the Manapot Discord we can talk about. It sounds like you've played Skull and Shackles before, so I'd be a little curious to see how things went for you on that side. With Rosie fucking Caswell and Conchaba Shortstone. I made him French. I figured. But anyway, let's find someone to raid. And hopefully we can find maybe someone else playing Pathfinder today. And let's hop over to our outro music. Thank you, Akira. Oh, only died once, but reincarnated. Oh, reincarnation is always fun. Oh, cool. There is a Pathfinder 2e game going called The Bard's Playhouse. So we're going to go ahead and raid over there. They're playing The Fall of Plaguestone. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We'll be back next Friday or Saturday, depending on how things shake out. Hopefully things will have cooled off. And I'm super glad that did not end in a TPK. I'm very glad. We'll see how this next fight goes, though, because the Devilfish and the Whale are both at full health. So take care, everyone. You too, Zen, and have a good night.